Yo, we are out here. Hello, if you don't know who I am, my name's Lara, and I've been coaching on Rocket League for over 4 years now. I do coaching with all my subscribers on Twitch, whether it's through Amazon Prime, paid on your own, or gifted by a member of the community. So if you guys do want to come by and say hello, I do go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm also a coach on Metafy, so if you guys wanted to book a session directly with me, those links will be down below, and I'd love to get a coaching session in with you. We also do give away random coaching sessions to subscribers here on YouTube, so if you're lucky like this person, you just want a free coaching session, please message me down in the Discord so we can go ahead and set up that free coaching with you. I do want to say thank you guys so much for all your support. It honestly means the world. So let's go ahead and dive into this replay. Okay, so what are you looking for from here on? And on to here, what are you looking for from here?
Like when it was like going over the goal and I'm kind of following, like I'm shadowing the ball.
Yeah, what are your thoughts from there on?
So my thoughts watching the replay is I probably should have rotated back sooner, because I couldn't do anything on that play. Like I think in the moment I was thinking, he might mess up, so I'm just gonna shadow the ball. But watching it back, I don't think, I think I feel like I'm still like breaking like diamond habits where you just chase the ball all the time.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, definitely on this play here. So love the rotation. And right now we have the rotation established. We're going counterclockwise. We had that all the way from here, from our defensive here. So like this, as soon as this ball crosses over the net here, rotation should be changing. So going into this here, we did have, yellow rotating this way, or orange rotating that way, and then we had blue rotating this way. So as soon as that rotation changes, the rotation is going to flip as soon as this ball crosses the net. So now blue should be going this way in rotation, and now yellow is going to be going the opposite way because the post had flipped. So in this situation here, we go ahead and in this situation here, when as soon as that ball does cross over to the net, their post flips here, but now their defense is going to be rotating that way. I would like you to go ahead and exit out of the field. It's going to be kind of awkward in some of these situations, but just find the path you want to go, whether it's going to be on these boost paths here or going right down the middle of the field, because your offense is also going to be changing their path as well to reflect that post rotation. So coming down on the same side of the field can get a little dangerous depending on who is showing up here. So I'm way wider than you are right now, so we're not going to have an issue here. But if I was coming in through short, or if I was rotating on these boost pads here, it could have been a little dangerous.
Gotcha.
Another thing too is, especially if you were rotating all the way to the opposite side of the field, a lot of times you'll see a lot of players, when they do rotate all the way to the other side, they will continue on forward to go to that boost pad here. But as you can see from the play, that's where I was just rotating from. So these boost pads are going to be taken. So that's why it's very important to, once you realize the post flip, to go ahead and start rotating now on this side of the field, because we're going to now establish our rotation here going clockwise. So
gotcha.
Just kind of a thing to pick up. And also you're going to see a lot too when these post flips here, you're not going to be in an immediate threat, because they also have to switch their rotations around here. So you did have Night Clouds rotating front post, and then you have the Goo Mullet guy rotating back post-ish, but they will now transition, and now they will be rotating, both facing the left-hand side. So we need to correspond, we need to fix our rotation that way as well. So what are your thoughts process from here on? So I want to talk about right from this midline here. So that boost is taken. So from here to here, what are we thinking and how are we feeling here?
Like, I think I should have rotated wider and gone to back post. there, because they easily could have shot it over me, and I wouldn't have been able to get back to it.
Yeah, so definitely, you can only rotate as fast as your slowest player. So right now, we do need to get you back because I am now challenging and you are not in the net. Not that you should be at this moment here, but just looking at the situation here. So definitely with this play here, the perfect route, especially, I usually reference the midline. So as soon as we cross this midline, that is when we need to start our defensive rotation because we are established on defense now. So from here, if this boost is not here, this rotation here is fine. But as soon as you hit this mark here, we do need to go to pad, and then we're going to rotate all the way to the back post. So that is definitely going to be the best situation because if this was not here, which I don't think it was here.
No, it wasn't. I think he took it.
Yeah. So now that that's not there, we can at least set us up for success by going ahead and grabbing those pads here. So with that 5, so say you even had 0, we at least get 12, 24, 36, 48 pads, and now we'd be sitting in the pizza slice. And so this is what I refer to the pizza slice. We want to make sure that every single time when we're going through our defensive rotations, that we always at least take a bite of the pizza slice here. Whether it's just the crust, that's fine. Crust is good, especially if it's stuffed crust. So make sure that we are at least taking a bite of the pizza slice when we rotate through. It's just going to be just the best place to set yourself up for your car. Anytime you cut it short here, it's going to cause an issue. So because right now you and I are both here in the situation. I'm fine with my positioning here, but right now you're overextended. If I get beat by a ball here, it's going over your head. And that's kind of what we want to prevent right here. So we kind of do want to create that space here. And then as soon as you realize that we're good to go, as soon as you probably already now, once you see me kind of cross that midline and establish that offensive pressure that we're going back on offense, then from here, you already have that 48 boost. Now you're going to go to 60, 72, 84, 96. You're about to be 100 boost right here, just with that rotation. So you rotate it out this way to get that. And then now we're going to go on offense.
Switching camera. I was like, oh, messed up.
Okay, so this play here, what is your thought process at this moment here?
I should definitely be back farther. Since you're challenging, I should be rotating back.
Yes.
To probably back post.
So yeah, so definitely, especially since we don't have possession of the ball. There's a little bit different if I have possession of the ball, whether you can be a little bit greedy or not. We don't really have possession of the ball here. The ball's still moving around a lot, so we are losing the ball a lot. Right now, there's two situations that's going to happen from this. We're going to either have a win or we're going to have a loss. So if we were playing threes, that would be completely fine. If we were playing threes, we have one side that was going to be the loss, and then we're going to have the other side, which is going to be the win. So if we are playing threes, we have you pushing up here for the win. That's completely fine. But that means we also have someone back here that's sitting in the net, probably hopefully in pizza slice right now, playing for the loss. So in twos, we don't have this person over here. So we can play this person up here, but what that's going to do is it's really going to prevent us from transitioning over onto offense appropriately. And that happens a lot in twos, especially where you'll see teams start running down the field to go receive a pass that was never going to come. And so what that does is now when after this play unfolds here and we do lose, now it's going to be a loss. You now have to go fill in this rollback here. And depending on the angle, like right now, the angle you have is you're going to be hitting it to that side unless you get a really nice touch. We'll find out here. Yeah, very nice touch. So awesome. But you see how you relied on your mechanics so much just to hit it down that way? You know what I mean? Like you're having to rely on so much just to get it to where we want it to go, opposed to already just defaulting on that losing side and making it happen. So that's I'm always going to err for the worst case scenario and the higher percentage plays. If it was like a 2v1 situation and the 2v1 was happening over here, not at the midline, and I had ball possession or the ball on top of my car to be able to flake, like higher, you know what I mean? Like weighing out that risk for reward, it's like a different conversation. With this ball here, we don't have possession of it. We are on defense. We're trying to establish offense, and a good way to establish offense is not overextending at this moment here.
Gotcha.
So lost there. Really good play to keep us kind of like in play here. I'm not a biggest fan of, we're talking about, hitting it in the field. I think I would have rather you go up here. I think I would have rather you make a play to the wall. So onto the wall. And then you have your car landing on the wall to be able to follow up for an additional touch. And then eventually maybe coming down and taking this boost and proceeding on to offense from here. I think that would have been my favorite play here, because I think you had the space. You have him going all the way down for a corner boost over here. I think you did have the space, so even if it wasn't the cleanest play here, I think you could have still made it happen. So I think that would have been the best one, because this is kind of just an empty touch. You got the touch. The other thing is too is no one was really challenging you at this moment, because he rotated all the way back down for that boost. So 50 happens here. You have Knight here. Well, I guess he did jump. I guess he did believe. So, but even with that, I mean, he wasn't really even relevant to the play. You have a lot of free space in front of you, and I think that we capitalize on this open space here.
Gotcha.
My ball. Okay, rotating the opposite side. Cuts the net just a little short. Cause this is dangerous, because you have a possible shot coming in from back here. And that is also why I will always recommend that we do go to pizza slice, is because we do not want to leave that back corner open over here. By you sitting in pizza slice, by your car sitting back here in pizza slice, I'll do a blue because you're a blue car. So if you're sitting back here in pizza slice, all the shots, especially since, you know, your boost, everything comes out, behind you. So you're always going to be the fastest way this way. It's going to be very hard for you from your car here to make a save back here. You'd have to half flip and find it perfectly. But when you were back here, you were setting yourself up for success. Okay, so let's check this out. So one of my favorite routes that's going to be from this rotation is going to be, as soon as you realize you're beat, a good thing to remember is you are behind me. You are last man. Like, as soon as this play happens right here, you're last man. And so to realize that quicker is going to help out tremendously. Just in sake of rotation, because you want me to have a challenge as early as possible. So as you can see here, you know, with this play unfolding, oops, so reverse a little bit. I'm rotating out of the play. So with this play unfolding, I am playing for the loss, because you don't have possession of the ball. And typically when one person's passing against two defenders, the higher percentage play it's going to be a loss. So with the situation here, I am definitely going to be focusing on the losing of the play. 50 here, you know, so this is the loss, and then over here is going to be the win. Obviously, if it's a win, you know, I'm going to cut up here and take a goal here, but that's also my overextender offensive pressure, and then we'd be, you know, having to come back here, and I would have to make a hard stab at the loss of the play, you know what I mean, because I cut in here. So now it's going to limit my options of what I can do. So by staying on the losing side of this play at this moment is probably the better play, just because with that loss of the play, I will be able to put myself in a good spot that I can pick up the ball when needed, which is exactly what happens here, because you lost the play. So looking at this play here, so we're going to go here, delete that, back it up just a little bit here. So you are going in. You actually can kind of get a little foreshadowing of what I did over here to you. So you're going over here with a play here. As soon as you realize that you are beat, you have a couple routes that you can take. I would really recommend that the route that you do take is going to be from here over here. So there's another one over here, and you can kind of decide what you want to do. You know, if you just grab these pads over here and you cut back mid here, that's fine. But staying relevant to the play and making sure we're grabbing those boost pads. You can't take the straight route all the way down, but kind of, in my opinion, makes it a little awkward. I do like just going a little bit wider, just because if I do get beat here in this situation, so if I do get beat here, if I lose that here, you'll still be looking in a good situation with your boost pads that you can then make an appropriate attack here, still to keep us on to like the offensive pressure, instead of coming here and then again making a really hard cut into the ball. So as soon as you make this hard cut here, and then you have yellow making a challenge this way, you know, that's where that pinch is going to happen. And then unfortunately the pinch is still going to go onto our side of the field. So we definitely want to get you wrapping around this way and making a challenge on head on, so that we can at least try to 50 and stay on our offensive pressure without forfeiting like that possession. is your thought process with this year?
So I was sort of like, it's not a hard fake challenge, but I was trying to like act like I was pushing up, but I was just going to rotate back. And then I noticed he missed. So I just went back after the ball.
Okay. So, if you would have hit this ball, so my question to you then is, if he would have hit this ball this way, what would you have done?
I probably would not have hit it initially. I would have sort of shadowed the ball and tried to get in front of it to where I could make a play on the ball.
Okay. So, but which way is their rotation going and which way is our rotation going?
So theirs is going like looping clockwise. Yep.
Yep.
And so we're sort of the opposite of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna rewind it just a quick second here. Bam. Okay. So from this situation here, you're starting to go back down this way. And so this causes a lot of issues in the midfield and rotating back onto defense because your blue car, your teammate, should be coming out from this way. So we definitely want to not clash and then assist them. So I totally am okay with fake challenges, and I'm totally okay with just kind of showing up because you don't want to get fined, but then go ahead and rotating out. But let's make sure that we are going back this way, because our blue rotation right now is going this way. We do have yellow's rotation going this way, so we want to make sure that we are going, you know, against their rotation, not our rotation. So it worked out very well because he just misses it here, and so you staying relevant to here, it's going to work out in the end. But if he would have got that touch and it would have came back to you, that's when you and I are going to be on that same side. Things are going to get awkward, and so it's just always better just to go ahead and rotate out the play that way, and then realign with whoever's going to be behind you, and then we can kind of just keep on doing our thing in that little rotation there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so love this play here because obviously he misses it here, so it's a free ball for you, and you don't just bang it away. So it's kind of why I wanted to play choose as well, because you're kind of talking about some mechanics and kind of going over that. So I love the thought process here. I love everything about that. You did not turn off ball cam though, so that's kind of interesting. You stayed in ball cam for this dribble. Is that a normal thing?
Yeah, I struggle with that. Like I just forget to change ball cam. Like the rest of the match, because I did that on that play, I was like, I should have been on ball cam or on car cam on that. So I think the rest of the time that I tried to dribble, I switched to car cam. But yeah, that's super common for me. Is to just stay on ball cam.
Okay, so yeah, definitely, that's gonna help you. That's gonna really help you with success, and also it's gonna kind of help you with, just your camera's moving like crazy with that. So definitely we'll switch out of there. So I see this turn here. I am watching you as well, and so I'm not an aggressive second man back. So even though this net's kind of open or whatever, I am being I'm very patient. You know, you might have a teammate shooting up here, but I do realize what's happening here, and so I'm just supporting your play there. So with that being communicated there, I think it's a better play. But for me, I was able to kind of see what you were doing, so no issues in regards to that there. Nice shot.
Thank you.
Okay, so what was your initial thought here?
Well, bang it. Like that's all. That's literally all I was thinking there.
So
is just try to
score it or hit it.
Mostly just hit it, and maybe I'll get lucky and it'll turn into a shot. Like I do this a lot.
Okay, so I will never take away if you believe that you could take the shot and you're putting that on target. Hey, go for it. I believe in you. Just to hit it, that's a little different conversation. We want to really avoid that because that is a free ball. But I will say, if you are ever going to give away possession, make sure you give it away high. Because if you would hit it down to the ground and it's rolling to him, this is a free ball for Mullet. When you do give away possession, but it's a high ball, now you're pretty much telling Mullet, I'm testing your boost and your mechanics. You have to make a play here. So he has to do something here, which he is. He's using his boost. He's going for a touch there and really force him to get, that was actually a really good first touch and a follow-up touch there. That's not champ one, so I don't know who the player is, to be honest. Just throwing that out there. because that was a really good first touch to a following up for a second touch. You know what I mean? I do that a lot, but I also have really good car control and ball control in the air. So that gets challenged immediately. But do you see how you just made him do all that work with giving it away high? If you would have rolled that to him, we're in danger with double touches and air dribbles at that point. So definitely love the love it. Love the higher possession giveaway. I would like it if you were saying I was going to put that on target. That's what, you know, instead of just handing it away, because honestly, in this situation, you had a lot to do here. A lot of boost, free ball. No one's even challenging you. I don't know exactly about that guy that just went that way to which his rotation was going to be, but just kind of looking at things, you know, he was rotating this way. So might have caused you an issue, give or take, but it is what it is. It happened, and we are now where we are.
So in that scenario, can you run that back one more time?
Yeah.
I just want to see, excuse me, do I have time to kind of control that ball there? Because my brain just goes, just hit it, because I'm not comfortable mechanically, so I don't really know what I can do with a ball moving that quickly.
So
going up the wall anyway.
Two things is you go up with the ball. That thing's kind of cruising. So honestly, I think if you would have let this go, it probably would have lifted the ceiling and dropped back mid, to be honest. Another option would have been getting in front of the ball, and you know, so it would hit the side of your car and go back down to the ground. Let's see if that's even an option here though. Yeah, it was an option. It would have been a really quick option, but I'm thinking that the other option would have been to, like I said, get on top of the ball, so the ball would have stopped right here and then stayed back down here. The only issue would have ran into is this guy's actually rotating this way, so he would have actually probably caused issues. He's rotating improperly, to be honest. So he honestly would have just hit it to that corner anyways. So kind of hard to kind of tell, but this ball was cruising.
Gotcha. So
that was going to be a hard one to deal with for sure. So honestly, with the outcome that kind of happened with the possession really high, not the worst outcome by any means. So love this here. It gets kicked off your car. So what are you looking for here? What are you looking for?
So I'm looking for a dribble, and it got away from me. It was on the nose of my car the whole time, and I'm just trying to catch up to it, and I didn't abandon it. Watching the replay back, like, I see a couple things I could have done differently. So first off, like when the ball pops up, I could have gotten under the car, under the ball better if I'm trying to dribble. Like right here, instead of stopping, just roll forward and catch it a little bit better. But once I have a tendency to do this, I don't want to give up on a dribble, so I'm just like boost until I catch it, instead of just letting it drop off and trying to control it again. Yeah, because I would say is just because you're just because your car's here, you know what I mean? Just because your car is sitting now back here with that ball still in front of you doesn't mean you're not technically dribbling the ball per se. Yeah, because I definitely think that you just letting that drop off your car, and then, you know, now you're pushing that car, you know, you're pushing that ball. Oh, that's a bad arrow. Pushing that, you know, ball forward. I think that would have been the better outcome, because then you could have really focused on, instead of you addressing this side of the ball, you could have been addressing this side of the ball, forcing that 50 to go that way into the corner. That's going to keep our rotation, keep on spinning that way. So I think that would have probably been definitely the best option, because in reality, that car, we just teed it. Like, I mean, there was no resistance against that challenge. Ball. Yeah. Another option as well. I mean, this one's kind of like more of like a chasing it. If you are ever dribbling, you do have that right stick that, you know, if you do flick onto that right stick, that's a good point.
You can just take a quick little look. So from here, soft attach, I don't know if that'll do it. If you are dribbling it, you know, you can take on that left stick and kind of like lean your car forward. It's gonna be kind of hard to replicate here. They're dribbling, you check your left stick. I think it'll kind of like lift you up just a little bit and kind of just see what's going on. But even with that, that would have been a tough flick. Even, I don't know, it was a tough situation all around. Definitely think just dropping it down below and forcing that 50, because he is a little slow in the rotation. So a nice hit to this left-hand corner, forcing the 50 to go out this way would have been a really good play there, forcing that 50 out that way.
Gotcha.
Let's go back to you.
Yeah, and there I should have been wider on my rotation.
So that is unfortunate with that flip. So that's also why I always want to sit in the losing side, because it just seemed like you flipped kind of far to the middle here. With you being this far back, it is kind of unfortunate we did rotate all the way back to the boost. It is unfortunate that I took that boost from you there. So kind of domino effect on things going kind of upsetting here. But we did go back here. Probably would still want to default to that losing side because it is that 1v2 situation. So most likely this ball's going to go right, in which it did.
Yeah.
And so this could have been a really good opportunity to get that control and dribble. Looks like we have a little bit of an opportunity here. Big miss. Okay, so that is actually literally what I was hoping that you would have done last time with not having that dribble, losing it, forcing the 50 to the wall, continue the ball on that rotation. Yep, exactly that. Oh, that's actually kind of nice that you did that, because like I was wanting to give you like a really good example of what I wish it would have happened last time, and then you literally did that. So that there.
Sweet.
So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's, dude, like you brought up like really good points. So like a couple of things, like the biggest thing, like when I'm dribbling, I never touch my right stick, and that would help me see over the ball, peek around the ball, to do that. And definitely positionally, making my rotations wider, making sure I go to the back post. I definitely like that.
Yeah, that is I just think that is just going to set you up for success on defense as well. So awesome. Okay, so with a little bit of mechanics, it seems like you do keep your space on there. So it just seems like maybe just rotating a little bit wider on some of those situations will kind of give you that space. So we haven't really seen you do anything in the air just yet. We do have time for another one here, so let's go ahead.